This is a public service announcement. This is a PSA on behalf of all the PhD students in the world. There are some questions you should never ask a PhD student. Because I've gone through the PhD process and I just recently completed my PhD in chemical engineering last year, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the questions you should never ask PhD students. Those questions traumatize them. Please, they sent me to tell you, don't ever ask a PhD student this question. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dr. Jane, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys the questions you should never ever ask PhD students. The process of getting a PhD is it's just a very tough and hard process. If you want to know my personal experience, go check out the videos before this one. While we're going through the stress of trying to complete this degree, there are just some questions that people shouldn't be asking. And the thing is that most times when people ask these questions, they are not asking it because they want to hurt the student. They just ask because they care, or because they just feel like that's the kind of conversation you should have with a PhD student. But they don't know that they're putting that PhD student in a place of depression, in a place of trauma. So please, after watching this video, learn not to ask a PhD student this question. Number one question you should never ask a PhD student is, how is research going? See, it sounds like a very easy question. I mean, you know, a PhD student is doing research, so you think it's normal to say, how is research going? I mean, it's like saying someone, how are you, or how is life? But when it comes to PhDs, research is never going smoothly. Even if it's going smoothly, there's something. Maybe if you're doing experiments, your experiment is just going left and right. Or maybe if you're not doing an experiment, let's say you're somebody that you're in the art field, you're trying to collect data, maybe your data is not being collected well, or there's just one problem, or your advisor is stressing you, or there's just always something chaotic happening with PhD students. So when you ask them, how is research? It's like, what do you want me to tell you? It's going. Because the thing is that it's not the time that research is going bad, for sure, but do you really want me to tell you how research is going? Do you think you would understand? Or unless you're just expecting me to say, oh, it's fine. It's fine, but it's not really fine. It's not really fine. So please don't ask a PhD student how research is going. Just know that it's going. It's always been going. It is just always going. Don't ask them that. Another question that drives PhD students nuts is when you ask them, when will you graduate? Will you keep quiet? Don't ask a PhD student, when will you graduate? See, the PhD degree is not like bachelor's degree that you know, okay, it's a 4 years program, or it's a 5 years program. Within 4 years or 5 years you graduate. It's not like masters that you, like within 18 months or 2 years you'll be done with your masters. When it comes to PhD, there is no fixed time when a PhD student will graduate. Yes, they say it. Some will say it's 3 years in some countries. Some will say 4 years or 5 years. Yes, that's the time frame. But students don't always graduate within that time frame. Because sometimes it's not because they don't want to graduate. It could be that they've not completed their thesis research. It could be that the advisor is not willing to let them go. It could be that the advisor switched programs or switched school. Now they had to move. It could be that something happened with the advisor. Now they had to change advisor and start their research afresh. It could be, there's just so many things that could go wrong. So when you ask a PhD student, when will you graduate? It's like, I don't even know. I don't know when I will graduate. Yes, I would love to graduate today or tomorrow, but it is not certain when I'll graduate. So don't ask a PhD student when they will graduate. When the time reach, when I defend my thesis, you don't need to ask me. I will share it. You will see it. Of course, that's how it works. Just don't ask a PhD student when they will graduate. I remember my own time as a student. I am a Christian, so I attend church. There's this man in my church. One time, he just liked talking about me. I guess he just liked the fact that I was getting a PhD. And one day he was talking, and he was like, oh, like, he used to call me Dr. Jane even before I graduated. He was like Dr. Jane now, she'll finish her PhD in the next. Dr. Jane, is it 2 or 3 months? I was like, huh? Bro, I've not even known what my thesis topic will be. I'm not even close to graduation. Why are you projecting when so don't ask a PhD student when they'll graduate. They'll graduate when they graduate. Another question you should not ask a PhD student is, what year are you in? That's the thing. It sounds like a normal question. Remember, all these questions sounds like normal, but it's not normal for PhD students. Don't ask a PhD student what year are you in, because I could be in my 6th year, I could be in my 7th year, I could be in my 10th year. I will finish when I finish. Don't ask a PhD student. Maybe they just started, it's okay. You can ask just to know. I mean, if it's a needed, if you need to ask that question for something or to recommend them for something, by all means ask. But if it's just because you're trying to strike up a conversation, just keep the what year you're in, just keep it. Another question you should not ask a PhD student is, what's next after graduation? No, don't. Don't. Sometimes PhD students are confused. They don't know what they want to do after graduation. They don't. So you don't ask them. When you ask them, you just put them in this place of pressure. Oh, now I have to think, oh my God, what will I do? I don't know. Don't, just keep it. They will find something. They will know what they want to do when they graduate. But the good thing is that I just recently made this video sharing the different career pathways that you can take as a PhD student. So if you're in that position of you are confused, you don't know what to do after your career, whatever your degree is, check this video. Back to you that's asking that question. Do not ask them what's next. They will figure out what next, unless you have a job you want to give them. If you have a job, yes, of course, ask them what next, so that you know if the job you want to give them fits what they want to do. But if you do not have a job, if you're just trying to have a conversation with them, don't ask them what next. Instead, ask them, do you need money? Should I buy you food? Should I send some money into your account? Those are the kind of things that PhD students like to hear. Free food, money, just something nice for them. Don't ask a PhD student, how many papers have you published? Publishing paper is one of the milestones of getting a PhD. It might be easy for some people, but it might not be easy for other people. It all depends on the kind of research. It depends on different factors. The kind of research you're doing, the kind of advisor you have, the program you're in, the funding you have. There's so many things, whether your research is going fine or it's not going fine. Remember, don't ask how research is going. So yeah, there are so many factors that could affect how many papers a student publishes or the field they are in. The fact that A published 10 papers and B published 1 does not make A better student than B. There are so many things that could have made B publish 1 paper. But when you ask how many papers you've published, you just put them in this place of feel like, oh my God. The PhD process on its own already puts students in a place where they have a lot of self-doubt. And they have a lot of, it damages the way they think. It lowers their self-esteem. If you want to know more about this, also watch my previous videos. PhD itself, the process itself lowers the self-esteem of students. Then we now ask, how many papers have you published? You put in that position of feeling like, oh, maybe I've not published enough, or maybe I'm incompetent, or maybe I'm this. Just skip. If you want to know how many papers a student has published, go on Google Scholar and type in their name. You will see their papers, or go to ResearchGate, or just go online. You will find their papers, because if they're published, it is going to be available online. Just keep asking them how many papers they've published. But instead of asking them these questions, ask questions like, do you need money? Can I send you money? Have you eaten? Can I take you out for lunch? Can I send you lunch? Can I send you dinner? And just give PhD students money. If you know a PhD student, they just squeeze money into their hands, squeeze something nice, give money into their hands, give them gifts, to buy them free food, to buy them coffee, whatever they like, buy them iced tea, whatever, buy it for them instead of asking them all these questions. I'm pretty sure there are still some questions that I did not remember to clean this video for. So if you're a PhD student or you've gone through the PhD process and you're watching this video, put in the comment section, tell me some of the questions you've been getting and you do not like them, so we can all learn. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed making it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.